Good afternoon, audience. Gummy Worms here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, bringing you another installment of Community Saturdays with my good friend and co-commentator,
Sproutt.
Hello, my boy.
Hello.
All right, who gave us this?
It would be user ToxicThunder from the Learn Dota 2 community.
Yo. All right. He sent us his game, and he wants us to comment on his Lina play. So again, for people who are not familiar with Community Saturdays, it's going to be a little more breakdowny, not so much commentating on the game. Again, we'll do a little commentary here and there when there's really sort of nothing else to talk about, but our whole point of today is going to be breaking down the gameplay from start to end. We're going to break down the picks and et cetera, et cetera. You'll see how it goes.
I think I'm going to personally follow the Lina player because I'd like to see how he played it, to be honest.
I'll just be sort of scrolling around the map, looking around at things. So my boy, if you want to press play in 3, 2, 1, play. So right off the bat, let's look at the lineup here. We'll go with the Radiant because they're all loaded in, ready to go. We're seeing, for the Radiant side, Mirana, Broodmother, Death Prophet, Riki, and Zeus. So right off the bat here, there's really no support. Mirana can be played as a support, but, you know, she's not a true blue support. Broodmother is more of a solo offlaner there. You typically see her basically do sort of the opposite of Rat Dota, which is just like hold the lane as long as physically possible and then push the lane when no one else is in there. We actually haven't seen any Broodmothers. This is the first time we've actually seen a Broodmother in recorded play for us. If we go to the Dire side now, everyone's loaded in. We have Lina, Bloodseeker, Sniper, Slardar, and LC.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing now, at least with the Dire side, they have a support, which is the Lina player. She's not necessarily the best support. Her skills have incredible nuke potential, which means she doesn't really need items, which is what gives her that support role. Good Light Striker Rage, just getting that early harass in. Oh my god, the LC got a really lucky there, moment of courage proc. Just took out that Riki real quick. But yeah, good Light Striker Ray. But back to the lineup real quick. The Lina was probably your best choice. Well, maybe not your best, but the fact that you picked a support, again, it being Lina, was a very good choice. You're not going to be taking too much from your team, and you're still going to be able to provide plenty of, sort of support without needing gold. Again, giving your gold to the LC or to the other heroes that actually need the gold, which is basically this 4-core strat. Whether or not it's an actual strat, well, we'll see.
Getting good harass on the Riki.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too. But other than that, real quick, oh man, this bot lane is just getting harassed by this Zeus here. Interesting. The problem with these kind of games, in my opinion, is like you get some really weird lineups, dude.
Yep.
Like a Zeus Broodmother bot lane, which is actually doing really well because this Zeus is just like arc lightning. Like, look at this Slardar; he's almost dead. Yep. He's at like 100 HP. He's probably like, if only he had like a single point in the lightning bolt, he could maybe take out the Slardar, but it'd be close. But here we are, we're seeing the spread here. It's very typical dual lanes here. You have, the two bot, 1 mid, 2 top. As far as your play goes so far, like, you're doing really well harassing. You're right-clicking when you can. You're not taking hits back from the creeps, which means you're basically hitting, but you're not trading. Which is, again, very key. The only thing I don't agree with you right now is you're trying to steal last hits from your carry. Don't do that if your carry's in the lane. You typically, again, like if you can get the last hit and you know your carry's not going to get the last hit, then go nuts. But if your carry's in the lane and could get the last hit, don't fight with your carry for last hits. Do let your carry get the last hits. And other little things too, auto-attacking. You don't want to auto-attack in the lane, mainly because that's going to cause your lane equilibrium to push forward towards the enemy tower, and that's not something you want that often. You really want the lane to remain equal, which in the top lane, if I'm not mistaken, it's around this point here where I'm pinging right now.
I can't see it.
It's fine. By auto-attacking, though, you are pushing the lane forward, which sort of gives the Radiant a bit of an early advantage.
Yeah. As like small as it is, in honest, because I'm looking at the Legion Commander, has more last hits than the Marana at the moment. And also, I would say deny. A lot more denying than actually clicking, because that will pull the wave back towards you guys, which will make it easier for Legion Commander, because you are up against a Riki and, well, okay, it's a Riki and a Marana, but again, if they land a lucky arrow and they just get a combo off, it could take you guys low and then make it more difficult for you guys to farm. Just denying brings it back into your favor. Makes it really easy. Just A-click them when they're very low.
Also, the other thing with denying, too, is it denies your enemy XP and gold, which slowly gives you guys, especially in your lane, it'll slowly give you guys a golden XP lead. If we take a look at the graphs right now, nothing too crazy just yet. The gold lead, slight gold lead actually, about 400 gold lead for the Dire, so not too bad. And again, that's actually what we're seeing in the last hits here. The Sniper has 10, LC's got 10, and the Lena's got 7, compared to 7, 7, and 6 on the Radiant side for Marana, Death Prophet, and Zeus there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Early on in the lanes, though, Sniper's getting kind of bullied here by the Death Prophet, and that's kind of almost expected. Death Prophet is an incredible mid laner, you know, especially once she gets like her bottle and starts getting some proper lane control here. She's level 6, and here comes the Exorcism. That's going to hurt that tower quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
There goes the rune there. The fortification rune. But so far, let's look at items real quick. I know, now you didn't start with the boots, but you did have, I think it was you had your Clarities, your Tangos, and your GG branches.
And
and wards? Okay, I didn't notice
Radiant's
that.
top tower is under attack.
Very perfect, typical opening gambit there, as far as the support's concerned. Typically, you have 2 supports to fight, to play.
Oh, he also bought the courier too.
Yeah. But again, with the supports, you typically would have 2. So you would split your roles, obviously. One support would buy wards, the other support would buy the courier. But by buying both, perfectly fine. I would sort of prioritize the courier over the wards, if that ever happens. Mainly because the courier is more of a team benefit. You can do without wards for the first couple of minutes. While, yes, wards are extremely important, you should always have them, you can sacrifice wards for the first few minutes of the game. And not really be at a huge detriment. Now, your first pickup here is the Magic Wand.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Now, the only thing about that is you're not in a spell spammy lane. The Marana does have the Arrow, which is a long-range spell in the first place, and the Starstorm, which is a little close range. But the thing is, she doesn't really spam those spells, which means your Magic Wand isn't really going to get many charges. Same with Riki. He doesn't quite have many spammy spells either. Again, he does have the Blink Strike and he does have the Smoke, but he doesn't quite spam those spells. Oh my god.
Doggies. But yeah. Yeah, I always look at the enemy team to see if it's very spammy, and I wouldn't even say, other than like the Death Prophet, there's not much spam to be noted. Even then,
the Zeus.
But that's all the way across the map, and the only time that you're going to get hit is the ult.
This Slider, though, is beating the crap out of this Zeus. And also, good job on the Slider, too. He picked up Sentry Wards, a very strong counter to the Broodmother. And the Riki, too, but more so the Broodmother. Broodmother spends a lot of time in stealth. Some might argue more so than Riki. Mind you, once Riki hits level 6, he's always in stealth. But, again, the Broodmother, as long as she has her webs up, she's pretty much always stealthed.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, not too much to talk about just now. So far, you did well in the early game. You zoned correctly. My only complaints are taking the last hits from your carry, and pushing the lane by constantly auto-attacking. Don't auto-attack. It's not... No. Just... In higher level plays, auto-attacking becomes a thing. Don't do it. No one ever wants you to auto-attack. Zeus comes back and takes out the Slider. Sniper takes out DP.
Yep.
That's interesting. I don't know what happened there with that Riki. That Bloodseeker should have had him. There we go. But other than that, you were landing your Light Strike arrays rather consistently, which is rather impressive. I find myself, I'm not too good at landing Lena's Light Strike arrays. And so far, your team is kind of pulling ahead just a little bit. Again, this is only the early game here. You guys, again, by having that support there, you sort of have a bit of the advantage. You pick up your Arcane Boots nice and early, not too bad. The only thing I'm worrying about right now is your ward positioning. Now, again, being a solo support, it kind of sucks. But you do have the farm. And now again, you did pick up Arcane Boots early, which is a perfect support item. Well, not just a support item, but even an item for Lena in general.
Yeah, picked up the Flying Courier at about 7 minutes in. I would like to see that a little bit earlier, honestly, especially since you got a few last hits. Just put that gold back into your team quickly, and then just be greedy and get all the last hits. Well, not all the last hits. Let your carry get them, but again, use the gold for yourself and your team. That's what a support is. It's all about, you're not looking at yourself to do astonishingly well. You just want to help your team as best as you can, and that's
pretty much.
Arcanes, Flying Courier, Sentries, well, wards, and then on top of that, you want maybe like what's it called, Mechanism.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't remember what he's building. I don't remember what he's building, to be honest. So he could be building a mech at some point. But all I
know is it's not the Battle Fury game.
Yeah, I know it's not that game. I wanted to watch that game, to be honest.
Dire's middle tower.
It looked. I mean, the only interesting thing about it, to be honest, was the fact that he built a Battle Fury.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I want to watch it. I want to know why he built a Battle Fury.
Yeah, it'd be funny to watch.
So anywho, right now the other thing I just want to mention again, as a support, wards are your friend. You want to be buying, like, again, I know solo support, I'm trying to keep that in mind. But it's the thing you want to keep a track of, right? Our wards up and our wards, purchasable in the shop. You never want your wards to have 2 stocks, because once you have 2 in stock, they stop making them. You always want to make sure that you have 1 stock or less. Yeah. Or 1 stock or they're sold out. Either or. Sorry, that's what I should have said.
Sniped.
Good snipe. LC though, getting harassed here by the Zeus.
Rotating bot. Should have picked up the illusion.
Radiant's middle tower.
Rune, honestly, you were passing by it. It's extra right click, honestly. It's again not too much, but small difference could make.
Yeah, again, it doesn't really matter.
I know.
Yeah, now Slider is actually, surprisingly enough, a pretty decent counter against the Broodmother, especially once he hits that level 6, right? Just pop the amplified damage, gives you true vision. Good job coming in there. The Slider did die to the tower, and you taking the kill didn't necessarily hamper your team.
No, didn't hamper it at all.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Slider would have died, and if you weren't there, it probably would have just been a trade for the Radiant.
Looks like Slider's trying to go Midas or Power Treads. Yeah, Power Treads.
Yeah, you got Power Treads.
Is under attack.
I'm looking at the items, and like everyone has Treads on her team. On Lena's team, everyone has Power Treads. They all rushed Power Treads. And Tranquil's on Ricky? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
structures are
something.
Fortified.
I mean, this is very typical low tier play. Like, I mean, I don't know exactly what tier ToxicThunder is. I don't want to say like, oh, he's a noob or a scrub, but like, this is very commonplace Dota that we're seeing right now. Again, pretty much everyone here has Power Treads. The Bloodseeker's got the Poor Man Shield, so does the Sniper. The Lena build here is very typical right now. Very nice nuke there. Light Strike into the Dragon Slave, into the Laguna Blade. Very common, very typical nuke, and perfectly executed.
Mm-hmm.
Just a very quick, clean kill. And especially against a Riki, don't be afraid of killing a Riki right off the bat. Yeah. Like, don't let him go invisible, or don't try and be noble. Just get the kill, especially against a Riki.
Just murder him. He's going to try to murder you at some point. He's an assassin. Murder him first.
Exactly. But so far, I mean, not too much to commentate about. Your last hitting fairly well. 31 last hits at about 12 minutes. Could be a little higher, but again, you're the support. You're not supposed to be worrying about the last hits. If anything, I'd say your last hits are almost too high for support. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. This game is just so weird already.
Yeah.
But again, your last hitting well. Your items are very typical. You are building up a bit of gold, which makes me think, I think you got a Blink Dagger this game, but I can't remember. We'll talk about if you actually do get a Blink Dagger or not. But other than that, there's not too much. You're positioning well, you're playing well. I mean, you already got 2 kills. Your team right now is currently winning 11-8. I'm curious to see where this goes a little south. Because spoiler warning, it kind of did. Mirana gets the kill off the Slider. Light Strike right. Good job. Hits the Mirana. Mirana, though, slowly going down. LC manages to get the kill. Mirana ult comes up. You don't quite have the nuke to take out the Zeus, but you do try. It was a good job, or at least a good try anyway.
Bloodthirsty Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he got way too thirsty, and Zeus got the double kill there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Radiant pushing that mid tower there while you guys were all top. So T1 trade. T1 top went down for the Radiant, and the T1 mid went down for the Dire. But now here we go. So here's something you might want to consider. Again, consider...
TPs.
Yes, TPs.
Yep.
She sold something. Or...
Tango.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry. Things you want to consider carrying are, yes, TPs. When you have a position like this, especially when you have a very push-heavy team, like the Death Prophet and the Blood Seeker, or Blood Broodmother, sorry, you want to consider TPs at all times. Only because, and same for your team, you know, this isn't just you I'm bashing against, this should be your team too. You want to be able to TP to counter this push by zoning out the Death Prophet, zoning out the Broodmother, getting them out of there, stopping the push. Those are things you definitely need, especially against a very push-heavy team.
Sniper's going the Shadow Blade Sniper. He's going it's a little bit late.
Well, he's taking his escape first is all.
Yeah.
He's, I mean, other things we'd probably see him go would be the...
Mask of Madness.
Mask of Madness and the Maelstrom.
I would have preferred that.
But he's taking his escape first, that's the only difference, which is perfectly fine.
Again, I always prefer... What the hell is this? That's like the second time he built another pair of Tranquils.
So this rookie... Oh, good duel on the LC there. Just manages to snag the Broodmother.
Yeah.
And gets the dual damage there. Rupture on the Death Prophet. Death Prophet playing it very smart, not doing a damn thing about it. Mind you, she still does go down to the Bloodseeker there.
Yeah.
Not too bad. They're going to take that T1 tower too, but now the Radiant here are pushing this top tower quite well. Zeus is actually very push-heavy. Arc Lightning does just enough damage to actually be a pretty big threat, especially to early game creeps.
And he's going Force Staff, isn't he? He's got a Wizardry and a Regen ring.
Yeah,
Yep,
Zeus has some of the worst positioning in the game.
Fair enough.
LC getting hit up by this Riki here. Lena, though, taking it with the Laguna Blade. The Zeus ulti came in trying to clear out the LC, but it wasn't enough.
LC could have dueled there if she actually trusted her team.
No, her duel was off by a couple seconds by the time the Riki died. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but it was on 6-second cooldown.
Soul Ring on the Death Prophet makes sense. I'm just checking the items, honestly. I like that you picked up the urn. I probably would have preferred a mech because you guys have been around each other often enough that the armor would have been amazing, just popping it too.
Well, not only that, urn on the support isn't quite the item you want. Again, the 6 strength is really good, but the thing is you get 9 stats from mechanism, like 9 stats total. So you are, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to double check my statement real quick. No, 5 stats, sorry. You get plus 5 stats to everything. So 5 strength, 5 agility, 5 intellect. Basically giving you just a little bit extra, but not only that, it gives you the 2 extra armor plus...
5.
5? Correct,
yep, 5 armor for him.
Right. 5, and then the 2 is from the effect there.
Yes.
So if anything, mechanism... So forget the fact that the mechanism is probably one of the best utility items for...
nice
someone
duel.
like you. Yeah, good duel indeed. In comes the Exorcism, though, from the Death Prophet. Just, again, this Radiant team is just incredibly pushy.
Yeah.
Lots of push potential, and just so much, like... There's not much they can do to stop. This Bloodseeker's actually playing really well.
Yeah. A little bit thirsty, but yes, very well.
I mean, he's using his Rupture really, really well. He's using it to get positioning when he needs to, and to get leverage in fights, really.
Yeah.
LC has pulled off 2 pretty good duels, mind you.
And also, Toxic Thunder helped with that duel by striking array the combatant, which really helped because a stun up in that case is just lovely. Yep.
Considering LC and the duelist are both silenced except for her moment of courage and a few other things that pass through here. Now, the only thing here again is still I have the same problem with you right now, and that's wards. Now, you've picked up a TP, which is fine. Again, TPs and wards are 2 things you should always consider buying. They're very cheap and they don't cost much. You're getting the kills, you're getting the assists, you're getting the last hits. So your economy is not so much the problem. It's that you're committing to a much more solo-focused mentality. By probably picking up these more team-based items, such as your mechanisms, such as your teleportation scrolls, and your observer wards, boards, you get more utility out of you. Not only that, it helps your team too. It gives you vision, and vision is incredibly important. That Bloodseeker, that was a prime example of that Bloodseeker being way too thirsty.
Yeah.
But in comes the LC. Her duel is way off. This is not a good engage for her.
Nope. But she has 4 behind her, so...
Yeah, she has 4 behind her. She has her team. But the thing is just, it was a bad engage.
Yeah.
Her duel wasn't up. Like, that's a big thing for her. While she does have 3 victories, giving her an extra 30 damage, she just doesn't have... She didn't have the duel. And
yeah, exactly.
LC is all... Like, she has good items. She picked up the Hyperstone really early.
Mm-hmm. Going AC or going Mjolnir?
Most likely AC.
Okay.
AC would be one of the better items for her because Desolator doesn't work in duel, if I'm not mistaken. Or I think Desolator, I can't remember.
I would assume Desolator would work, to be honest. But I asked Mjolnir, not Desolator.
I can't remember which, though. But I think AC still works in duel. I'm not 100% certain if
Mjolnir? Okay.
Desolator works in duel.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Anyways, back to your play.
Because the armor shred.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, like, the last hits are fine. You're at 40 now, so again, a bit of a dip, but now you're starting to play as a bit of a team. I do like how you're all going 5-man. It just doesn't help that Sniper, don't know what the Sniper was doing. In comes the Exorcism, in comes the Slithering Crush, right into Light Strike Rate. Very nice. You Lagoona'd after she started the duel, which that was actually really good. That still gets her that duel win that she needs. But now here you are, you're all just kind of sitting there, not doing much. You had a bit of a lapse there, and mind you are slowly getting nuked. Death Prophet, yeah. This is what happens when you fight in a Death Prophet ulti.
Yeah. See, that's why... This right here is when a mechanism would have been great, because the heal.
Yeah.
Would have given you time to run away, technically.
Well, but also not engaging on a Death Prophet ulti. That would have been very good. No, I guess the only benefit is the Death Prophet's ulti is down for taking out this tower, but the Radiant have the push. They got the Broodmother Spiderlings here.
Yeah.
And also, the other thing too, not so much a critique on you yourself, but a critique on your team here. They're going in piecemeal. They're going in one at a time against 2 or 3 heroes, and no one on your team has the items to do that. Like the Slider, for example, jumped in onto 3... 2 carries and a Death Prophet. Like, again, so not so much a critique on you, but this is definitely a critique on your allies here. They're just playing poorly, and you're basically throwing the lead you had.
Look at Ricky's items, please, quickly. Just sorry to interrupt, but look at Ricky's items. Dual
Tranquils and a Salve? Yo, that's TI4 material right there. What are you talking about? The duel on the Death Prophet, I don't think it's going to lead to a kill. No, it's not. The Death Prophet gets the goal or the attack damage here, but into the snipe. Kapow!
Very well played. Sucks that she got the damage, but dropped her.
Yeah, in comes the Broodmother. 1 second.
Goes down to the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker did use his Rupture just to get some damage on. He's going after the Mirana. Mirana's ult's down. I don't know why he ran right past the Mirana. Oh, he's missing. Huh. He's very thirsty. I can see a Zeus wrapping around right behind him, but he doesn't know this.
This Bloodseeker is just...
He's thirsty. He's playing Bloodseeker like a bloodthirsty mongrel.
He has a kill. Yeah, he has the kill, but now this Zeus could maybe take him out?
He's got a lot of minions here beating on him.
Maybe if that Bloodseeker silenced the Zeus.
Maybe if the Zeus actually hit him.
What is the Zeus doing?
Don't know.
Oh, there's a Slider. Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's watch this fight real quick. Something's coming.
I don't think much is coming. It's only a Ricky and a Zeus. Zeus's cooldowns are...
And this Ricky has double Tranquils.
Yeah.
Double Tranquils.
Yeah, but Zeus...
Oh, wow. The duel comes in. That's a kill.
Well played.
There goes one. The Ricky's going down. But right now, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know what this Ricky's doing. I'm just sitting here. Like, I love these games. I love these games when just, like, I don't even know what's going on right now. Battle Fear on the Death Prophet. Why not?
Sure.
Oh, let go of my mouse. Yeah, just Death Prophet on the... Battle Fury on the Death Prophet. Because, yeah.
I can see you're going to go for a 4-staff. Actually, I do like it, to be honest. It moves your team around.
Lena... Well, not only that, Lena doesn't quite have the best mobility.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, she actually does have pretty good mobility, but just... You know.
Good use of your arcanes. Would have been better if you... Well, actually, he's full mana, so good keeping your Bloodseeker high. Even though he's got great lifesteal anyways if he just last hits. But yeah, I see where you're going with that. That's very, very good of you. TP's...
Oh, Skullbash on the Bloodseeker. Not a bad item. You usually see a Sanj and Yasha, though. But, yeah, Skullbash is equally okay. This Broodmother. Man, if only they had some vision.
Yeah.
Like, just a sentry or, like, Dust.
Dust would be good. If you see like a Ricky or a Broodmother, think about getting Dust or Sentries. I personally prefer Dust, especially if you're moving around in 5-man, as you guys have been.
Well, Dust in the early game, and then you kind of want to boil... You kind of want Sentries a little more in that mid to late game. Using your Light Strike Array on the Mud Golems, they are spell immune, just for future reference there. Though I'm sure you realized that as soon as you did it, you were like, oh, god damn it. Yeah, they are magic immune. But yeah, no, the Force Staff on Lena is a good choice, only because her move speed's not that great, and even with Fiery Soul, it doesn't give her that much bonus move speed. It does give her a little bit, but just not enough.
Yep.
This Sniper's just dying when he shouldn't be.
Yep.
They don't have... I think they... Actually, no, they have the gem? No, they don't.
He had Shadow Blade up.
No, I know Zeus picked it up, that's the thing. But I guess they left at the base on the courier?
I just realized that I don't have... No, they didn't. What?
Because Slider picked up a gem. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I don't know. These games, they just merge so seamlessly.
Well, he didn't use his Shadow Blade is what I'm saying about the Sniper.
Yeah.
He could have, but he didn't.
Alright, here we go. Here they come. They're providing damage. Bloodseeker silenced the wrong target. Should have silenced the Zeus there. Light Strike Array comes in. Alright. It's just now you're dealing with a sort of fed Radiant team. Oh, there we go. Broodmother has the gem. LC gets the duel off on the Mirana. Manages to win it. She should have started fighting the Zeus, to be honest. Yeah, you guys, basically what's happening here is the lead's just being thrown away. You're dealing with a very push-heavy team that have just enough items to actually make a difference in a fight. Again, like the Broodmother and the Death Prophet there. But I don't know why the Death Prophet has a Battle Fury. I really don't.
All the right clicks.
Ranged units cannot cleave. I just want to point that out.
I know.
I just want to point that out.
Brew's going Orchid. Makes sense, honestly. For kind of most part. I like how she has the Spiderlings following the Dire team. Just to figure out there.
Well, also... You know, following the courier.
Yeah.
The Lings, are the Spiderlings invisible? Yeah?
Yeah, they go invisible.
Damn.
Many times I've watched them deny items that were left in the webbing.
Now, again, on Broodmother's, part, mind you, doesn't really matter because the Radiant are just incredibly in the lead right now. Leaving the Lings out for the Sniper to just take the free farm there. It's extra economy you're basically throwing into for the Dire.
That's only because she microed it with attack move, and she probably has auto attack on. I gotta say, if you have auto attack on, disengage it for a little bit till you're a little bit further into understanding the game.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
Because it can put you in some scary situations with certain carries.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sorry, I just had to deal with something real quick.
Yep.
I was watching that Roshan fight, don't you worry. My camera was on the Roshan.
Thank God.
I know. Right?
Yeah.
Double kill there. Oh, that's just the power of the Lena. Lena has quite a bit of damage potential.
Mm-hmm.
Like, forget her nuke for a minute. Like, yeah, she's got the Laguna Blade, so what? But it's really like the Light Strike right into the Dragon Slave, into the Laguna Blade, and then right clicks from the Fiery Soul, right?
Yeah.
Like, incredible nuke potential. Picking up the gem, too, great idea. You always want to get the gem away from the enemy team. Mind you, for you guys, like, you don't have too much stealth. You really only have the Shadow Blade Sniper. But you still want to get it away from them anyway, because it does sort of protect your Sniper just a little better.
Yep. I honestly agree with holding on to it. I would probably... I don't know if I'd give it to the L series.
Nah, I'd just take it back to base.
Take it back to base? Okay.
Like... It's too valuable of an item to hold on to, but at the same time, you can get the true sight or the true vision stuff that you need through gem and dust, or not gem, sorry,
Sentry.
Through sentry and dust.
Yep.
So holding onto a gem isn't that big of a deal. Mind you, it is kind of helping here with the Broodmother, who you know, now you know the Broodmother's there. Like it's a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to if you think you can stay alive, and if you think you can pull it off, then keep the gem. But if you're not confident in your play, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're not confident in your play, or if you think you're going to lose it, then just drop it off at the base.
I'll be honest. Every time that I want vision, I look at the gem and I'm like, nope, I'm going to die. As soon as I pick up, I'm going to die. So I'm not confident in my play, and I'm sitting here analyzing your stuff. So don't even feel bad.
Well, for me, it depends if, like, who I'm playing. Like, if I'm playing, like, a nice bristleback, or or some other sort of, like, meaty, like, I'll sometimes buy a gem and give it to, like, a bristleback or some other meaty bruiser type. But, like, I typically play a lot of carries, so very squishy heroes. And, like, I'll almost never carry a gem. Except one time I did Ricky with a gem.
That's awesome.
That was fun.
Oh, I bet.
That was good fun.
Like an offlaner, like a strong centaur or something like that. I can see a gem going on, but supports, I worry. I worry too much.
Also,
and mid laners worry me too
real
much.
quick, Ricky picked up the Hyperstone.
Awesome.
Yeah. I really want to see what he does with that. Broodmother took out the Slardar. You know, again, I like how you're playing. You're trying to stay close to your teammates when you can. You guys did kind of get zoned out a little bit back there, but like you're still staying close enough that if a fight does break out, even though you're probably not going to be that successful right now, to be honest, at least you're there.
Top tower is under
And,
attack.
you know, that's more important than... I think that's more important than surviving a fight.
And you have nuke potential, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that could very easily take out a hero or two.
Yeah.
I wonder if you are going to drop the gem here. You are at the base. 2150 gold, well, basically almost enough for a Blink Dagger. Do you buy a Blink Dagger? Because Lena with a Blink Dagger is not something you want.
Why would you say that, if I may ask?
Mainly because Lena has no reason for a Blink Dagger.
Fair.
She doesn't have...
Laguna Blade.
But that's the thing, like...
Dire's
No, you don't really need you don't need it. Lena doesn't need a Blink Dagger, to be honest. You know, a Force Staff is plenty for her. The Blink Dagger doesn't really offer her much of anything.
No.
If anything, I'd probably want to pick up an Eul's over a Blink Dagger, to be honest, for that extra move speed and the Cyclone if I need it. Cyclone into a well-timed Light Strike array could be just as effective as a Blink, in fact more effective than a Blink Dagger, and it gives you that extra 40 move speed. Lena doesn't benefit from a Blink Dagger.
And it pulls people out of fights. Like, you can either save or hold someone there. It's got utility, whereas a Blink Dagger, it's you flying around, not anyone else.
Well, it only affects you, and to be honest, like, you know, unlike a Centaur or a
Batrider.
Yeah, Centaur, Batrider, or Slardar, like, they have a very specific skill that affects a very specific AoE. And that is what a Blink Dagger is useful for.
I'm just watching the headshots on the Death Prophet.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, the Exorcism just nukes.
She's a Sange.
Sure. Extra health.
Fair.
Death Prophet benefits greatly from extra life, which is why you typically pick up... That's why you typically pick up the Bloodstone.
I get it.
It gives you that extra tank, and then gets you back in the fight a lot quicker.
I like Bloodstone. It's fun. Sorry.
It's good on, like, oh my god, don't fight a Death Prophet in her Exorcism.
Ouch, as she gets the heal.
Yeah. Don't fight Death Prophet in her ult. Like, we saw it 3 times now, how it just shredded through your heroes. Like, just, the ulti doesn't really last that long. 30 seconds, like, yeah, it's long, but considering it's down for about 2 minutes, like, that's plenty of time. Fight her after her ulti goes down. Try and zone her the best you can, but, fight her with creeps around, fight her with buildings around. Just don't try and solo a Death Prophet ulti, because it's just not going to work, and you're just going to get shredded.
Spawn units! Go Necronomicon! Spawn units so that it has to focus something else, too.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad of an idea, anyway. Oh, this LC just taking damage. Duels on the... Wow! No, Sniper help with that. Yeah, Desolator's so strong.
Yeah. With a Basher, with a Hyperstone.
Oh! Nice! The sniper assassinate just takes out the Marauder. Good job. Triple kill on the sniper. Manages to save the racks. Unfortunately, doesn't save your T4 or T3, sorry. Hang on, what's this Ricky building? I just, I'm so invested in this Ricky now. I'm so invested in this Ricky.
Are you?
Look at this Ricky.
What is he building? What is he building?
Are fortified.
Look, man. Look. The man's got 2 feet. Okay. He's got 2 feet and he's got 2 hands. I don't even know. I'm watching this and I'm just amazed.
Assassins never die.
I love it.
I don't fade away.
It's games like this that just make me go like, yeah.
I honestly
Dota's,
feel bad.
Dota's silly.
A little bit.
I wasn't dead.
I think he's going Bloodstone on Lena.
Looks like it. He's just 1 item short.
Yeah.
He just needs the point booster.
Yeah. I kind of.
Oh, there we go. No,
like
drop. It's not a bad item. Again, Lena, much like a Death Prophet, benefits from a bit of extra tank.
Yeah.
Her Dragon Salve has an 8.5 second cooldown. Light Strike Array has a 7 second cooldown. Lena definitely has a lot of spam to her abilities.
Yeah.
So if she can stay alive in a fight a lot longer, to maybe throw a second Dragon Slave or a second Light Strike Array, like that gives her incredible fight potential. Or, well, just even more nuke potential, and also, CC and such.
And mana. Oh my god, Roshan. Why did you have to pop up when I'm about to look at an item? Dick.
Well, he's just making sure. He's like, hey man, hey guys, I'm coming back in like a minute.
Thanks, Roshan.
But other than that, I don't know. My problem with this game is that it's so weird to watch. Like, Ricky's got another salve up. There goes Ricky into the Dragon Slave. Laguna Blade onto the Marana, not too bad. But in comes the Zeus ult. That takes out the LC and the sniper. Slider manages to oh no. I was gonna say manages to sneak away with that gem, but no, not quite. And the Broodmother picks up the gem in the process. I don't know. I feel like the problem was more so his team than him himself. He played really well. His build was okay. Again, the only complaints are more wards, more TPs, and a mechanism instead of an urn.
Yeah.
I think looking back at this, I think the reason he picked up the urn was for that mana regeneration.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you don't really have to worry about it. Your mana, typically speaking, especially by endgame, is fine enough. Lena has a 3.2 int gain per level, which equates to approximately 39? Yeah, 39 mana per level. Your mana scales well enough. Also, arcane boots for the most part are gonna be all you need.
Yeah.
You're very rarely gonna need actual other items. This Bloodseeker is also just making really awkward plays. For every good play he makes a weird bad play.
Yeah. Super. Yeah.
For example, should have silenced the Zeus and not hit him with his ulti.
Yep.
And this LC, can she get the duel? No, she can't.
And she's going down.
She's just gonna go down. Oh my god, these dogs in this house.
Anyways.
Yes, anyway.
It's not... honestly, you are playing fine. Again, just items here, there.
Yeah, there are a few refining things you can do.
Yeah. And also, giving the last hits to your carry rather than you taking them. I understand where you're coming from. If you want to do that, I would say do pulls. Do pulls into the jungle, because you had that lovely pull camp right up in the... if you can show them the pull camp, beautifully, you want to stack that, pull it at, the 53 of the minute, and pull it as far as you can, and then it'll be double stacked, and then you pull...
Oh, wait, no, not that camp. Not that camp.
The camp... Come on, pull camps!
I'm just saying... Sorry, I went to the safe camp.
Oh
yeah, no, the pull. These are the pull camps.
Thank you.
Or this one here, that works too. Or this one here too. You can stack those creeps, on the 53 or 54 second. This is the safe camp that you can pull. That's a little different of a pull, though.
Yeah.
That wasn't what he described earlier.
Just pull into the lane, especially if you're in the safe lane. Make sure you have a stack, or you pull to the other creeps, just a bit further back. Just so that you can clear that wave so you don't accidentally push the lane. Yeah. But that's a great way to keep your last hits up and keep your carry safe underneath their tower while still giving them their last hits.
Okay, Bloodseeker, do you not see the Ricky? Oh my god. There we go. Another quick, easy. Like, I'm surprised you're not winning. This LC has right-click potential out the wazoo. This sniper is doing incredibly. You yourself have more than enough items. Like you got the Sage Mask now. You have the mana regen coming in from the Bloodstone. Like, you have the potential.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what's happening?
It's just the Slider is being dead weight. This Bloodseeker is making questionable plays. And just, you're facing against an incredibly strong... Sorry, I'm need to like burp here. You're facing against this incredibly strong push potential from the Brood Mother and the Death Prophet. The Death Prophet just destroyed you with Exorcism, and this is painful to watch.
But what I want to say is item progression. Their team progressed in items, and they were fluid, and it made sense, honestly. Except for the Rookie ignoring him and the Death Prophet, but it's working, so who cares?
Yeah, the Death Prophet, I think, is just showing off how OP her skills are.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Her skills are just, what? Not a good choice there, LC. Not a good choice, but that's okay. But other than that, I mean, yeah. It's a shame you lost.
Oh my god!
Oh, just nuked. It's a shame you lost because, to be honest, you guys had some pretty good potential. You know, you definitely had it. You played well again. Wards, TPs, mechanism.
Don't steal last hits.
That's the support. That's the support bread and butter right there.
Yeah.
Is wards, TPs, and mechanism.
And if your team continues to fail, even if you're giving them vision, just throw your hands up in the air and say, "I did my job. Screw you all. I win."
Yeah.
Even if you lose, as long as you did your job, just be happy.
Yeah, that's the other thing that you sort of need to take solace in, is that, like, even if you lose a game, don't look at it as, I lost because of me. You know, like, evaluate your own play, but ask, you know, look at your team. Like, how well did your team do? And, you know...
Or just ask us, and we'll point it out. Honestly, we're happy doing this all the time. It's enjoyable. We love casting.
Yeah, the Bloodseeker, like, he did okay. He just made some really questionable plays. The Sniper was actually doing really well. He had incredible last hits, actually, 122.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for this game, 122 is actually rather subpar.
Yeah.
But for this game, surprisingly well. The LC had good potential. You know, she won some very critical duels. She had a lot of damage, but the thing is, she didn't build anything.
Exactly.
She had a Skull Basher. Yeah, she had a Skull Basher and Treads.
Yep.
Yes, she had the Hyperstone, but she didn't make anything of it. She could have made that into an AC, Assault Cuirass. Could have made that into a Maelstrom, or not Maelstrom, sorry, Mjolnir. Didn't do that either. So she just didn't do anything with it. As far as your items go, again, we've mentioned it time and time again, your items were fine. The Force Staff is perfect on Alina. You know, the Arcane Boots, perfect as well. My only change is ditch the urn, pick up a mechanism.
Yeah, that's actually my only thing about your build as well. Oh, and also the wand. Just look at who you're laning against.
Yeah, the wand is always an optional pick. Yeah. You can always sell off those iron branches. That's not a deal. No one really cares. So, other than that, I don't know. Good job, man.
Yeah, honestly, great play. Thanks.
You did all right. Sure, you lost, but we all lose a game, even though we play our best.
And also, thank you for sending in the replay. Well, giving us the replay.
Yeah, man. We appreciate this. This has been another Community Saturday. My name, I've been Gumworms with my good friend and co-commentator,
Sproutt.
Yo, buddy. Until next time, guys, this has been Community Saturday. Next video will come up at 3 o'clock Eastern. Yep. That is 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Until then, guys, play more games.
And have fun.
That's optional. You're playing Dota. You know what fun you're going to have.
Touche.
I'm out!